So starting off, question 1 is if Father Earth is dead. This is actually a yes and no question. Since his body was actually destroyed, his essence still remains. And actually, there's a bit of lore here where a lot of the natural disasters that are responsible for claiming so many human lives over the years are actually in part due to him as well. For question 2, what kind of currency does the world use? And this one is kind of a deeper dive, but we'll get into it. So as we know, the Pures had children, and many of these children take attributes from their pure parents. And the one we're talking about here is going to be Ange. So Ange, being the pure of greed, when she had children, they took after her main attribute, or what she represents. In this instance, one of her children is named Marigold, and he's actually the partial of wealth. While we'll touch on the topic a little bit later in this video, a lot of the Pures have their own symbols relating to them. And in this instance, Marigold being the partial of wealth, and his mother being, the pure of greed, the symbol for all currency actually takes after her symbol. And so Marigold, using his mother's symbol, as well as an additional one, was able to work with the human merchants, and thereby created the currency that is still used today. While we use dollars and cents in our world, in the story of Divinity, Rand is used in place of dollars, and in place of cents they use the word G. Playing off of the last part, I'm going to go over each of the symbols that I referred to, as I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what symbols do the other peers have. Alongside being granted a color, each peer was also granted a symbol, the first 4 being red, yellow, green, and blue. In Red's case, he received a jagged red symbol. Yellow was next with a repeating square pattern as their symbol. Green was given a straight line as their symbol. And lastly, blue received a wavy symbol. As we now know, pures are capable of combining their colors to create more pures, and as such, more symbols were created. An example of this is orange's symbol, which is actually a fusion of red and yellow symbol. Another example, and one of the first pures actually being created, was purple's, which is a fusion of red and blue symbol. Next would be brown. As a fusion of red and green, it took attributes from both. And for some time, these were all the symbols and pures available. However, once white and black were created, even more were possible. With this, the fusion of white and black created gray, as well as their own spiral-shaped symbol. With white's creation, many new possibilities had opened up, and so brown and white mixed together to create tan, who in turn sported a very unique double helix-shaped symbol. Following this, red and white would mix, and their creation of pink would give birth to a new symbol which took on attributes from both. Lastly, white and gray would combine their colors, which would give birth to clear, who in turn sported one of the most unique symbols out of them all. And that's it for today's Creator Q&A. Again, this was just a re-upload. I just wanted to adjust some things, make a few edits here and there. Keep an eye out for the next episode coming out where we introduce y'all to a whole new cast.